they did the purse bid, I wasn't even aware. I know niggas was going live and shit, man. I was in my own little world. So I forgot they was gonna stream it. And I mean, at the end of the day, man, I got on the horn with some people yesterday, bro. Yeah, I got on the horn with some people yesterday. So the 3 million that was real. I think the biggest issue with this I think the biggest issue, and I said this yesterday, from what I took away from it, the biggest issue was that the pay discrepancy between Keyshawn and Devin. I think Keyshawn was saying that Devin didn't I don't deserve to make this much less than Devin Haney. I need, according to Rick Laser, it was $5 million. I deserve to make this much. Devin Haney don't deserve to make way more, and I have the number. So
Takeover Promotions has submitted a bid for $2,350,000, with Top Rank submitted a bid for $8,550,000. So the winner of the promotional rights for the WBO welterweight mandatory championship contest goes to Top Rank Promotions.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir. Mr. LaCroix wants to address the WBO.
Okay. You said the envelopes had to be sealed.
Yes.
His envelopes are open. They were not sealed. They were open. They were not sealed. And you said they have to be sealed or it doesn't count. This is what you told me a little while ago.
No, that's not correct.
Okay, what did you say?
What I told you.
I'm only just trying to understand what you said.
The envelopes ordinarily must be sealed.
Well,
again,
his was sealed, mine was sealed.
Yes.
But you told me that have to be sealed.
Yes, but
which I did seal them.
Correct, but that does not exclude their participation as long as they comply with the requirements.
Okay.
The seal is a process.
Okay, but
for the record, your objection is duly noted.
Okay.
And we will refer that to the championship committee. Okay. But for record purposes, the winner of today's purse bid is Top Rank Promotions. We would like to thank Mr. LaCroix and we would like to thank Mr. Lopez for participating in today's purse bid. And we would like to state for the record the following conditions. For Top Rank, who represents Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis has 48 hours upon today's adjudication of the bid to confirm in writing the WBO, his willingness, readiness, and availability to go forward with the fight. 48 hours. Executed contracts for both Mr. Haney and Mr. Davis shall be submitted with the WBO within 10 days upon today's adjudication of the bid. If Mr. Haney suffers an injury, he has no more than 180 days thereafter to return to the ring and discharge his mandatory obligation. Whereas Mr. Davis, if he's impaired, prevented, refuses to fight for whatever circumstances, the WBO Championship Committee shall intervene and take any affirmative action pursuant to the...
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it was Keyshawn team. So Top Rank won it. Now, if you don't know, this already was figured out. Let's just get through the other part. Let's go to the other part. We can get all this out the way, then we get to all the tweets and shit. But Top Rank, it was already known that that the DAZN was going to bid on this fight. The DAZN was going to win. The DAZN has rights to Keyshawn through Top Rank with their streaming deal. Also, the DAZN also has rights through they have rights to Devin Haney. They got a deal with Devin Haney. So in general, there was no reason for nobody else to bid, because why would Matchroom bid and step on Top Rank toes or the DAZN toes? So they wouldn't do that because the DAZN funds Matchroom. So they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't step on they wouldn't step on his toes. So really nobody else was gonna bid because everybody's on the DAZN. T.O. bid it to be a troll, but everybody's on the DAZN. Everybody's on the DAZN. So it didn't matter. So there was nobody to bid because everybody understood, and the person that could have bid that didn't bid, was Zuffa. So that was the only thing. So So yeah, so I mean, in general, when people say, "Oh, nobody wanted this fight," it was nobody to be. It wasn't nobody gonna cross the zone because everybody on the zone. Everybody is on the zone. Nobody was gonna cross the zone. Everybody on the zone. And the person that couldn't Zuffer that could have crossed the zone, they wasn't going. They couldn't be it. They couldn't be it. So when people, people going around and I don't even know what's going on with this. When people going around and saying that, well, nobody cared about this fight and nobody no. It was just the understanding that everybody know the zone had rights to everybody involved in this particular fight. So it was no point of bid against the zone because that's who's funding everybody. So everybody understood this, bro. Nobody else was gonna come in and TO team that's trying to say that it wasn't sealed and yeah, it wasn't sealed and they didn't seal it and all this. So I don't really understand that. But you going to the championship committee, that means absolutely nothing. That means absolutely nothing. You going to the championship committee, buddy, that means absolutely nothing. You're basically going to the championship. You basically going to the judge. You going to, how can I say this? You're going in front of the judge who just said you was guilty to go. You're going against it don't matter. It's going to be the same result, right? So, am I surprised by this about top rank? No, everybody knew this was going to win. They was going to win. The zone was going to win the purse bid. The zone probably threw them some couple dollars to win that purse bid. Anybody that didn't understand this going in, a la Keyshawn Davis, was just stupid. And the word on the street is that Keyshawn was asking for the $5 ball. He wanted $5 million. So I can sit here and tell you this, give me a minute. So hold on. So this came, I don't even know when this came, bro. So I think your favorite fighter, Keyshawn, is going to abduct the fight with Devin. Laugh out loud. He turned down $3 million. He's not going to fight him for $2 million. I had some people reach out to Keyshawn personally. This came out the horse's mouth. He turned down $3 million because it wasn't enough. He wanted $5 million. He was for sure not taking this too. Just to let you know, you heard it here first. He said, "I hope he don't have a choice because he a bitch." But it's not me saying this. From what he said, his fighting price is $5 million. He said the $3 million was a low ball offer. That's what he told Blase blah. This nigga pocket watching Devin. How is $3 million a low ball offer when you never made that in your fucking 15 or your 15 career, in your 15 fight career? He mad because Devin getting a guaranteed $10 million with bonuses. He said, yes, that's how I know he's pocket watching Devin. His bitch ass told Blase blah that Devin is getting guaranteed $10 million. Blank had already told me though. That's what I said. The nigga got 15 fights. That's what I'm saying. Who the fuck is he to ask for $5 million in a percentage of pay-per-view revenue like he the name in the sport? I hope you don't have a choice and have to fight for $2 million. That's going to show he's not worth $5 million and that he was running his fucking mouth to Blase blah. He don't run shit. He said, bro, to you and everybody else, don't feel bad for. Oh, he talking about Floyd. I'll just say this for Floyd because he broke and Al Heyman ass fucked him. He's a grown ass man. That's what's shown on the paperwork. The lawyer came in looking for his friend, his daddy, Al Heyman. He still chose to sign with him. I call that a stupid motherfucker that don't deserve no sympathy. I just threw that shit in for good measure. So that was it. That was in the car. That was, wrote to me. So I mean, hey, so Devin getting 10 plus bonuses, but Dan Raphael, he came out and said that he confirmed it. And we're gonna talk about pocket watching ass Keyshawn Daddy, Shakur, and what he said. But yeah, the zone is making up the difference for Devin Haney to meet his minimum. So I didn't, I don't know if people knew that, but the zone is going to be meeting his minimum. So The 6 that he got, the DAZN gonna give him $4 million to make it good. So apparently he's going to get $10 million to fight Keyshawn with bonuses. So I don't know if that's points on the pay-per-view or whatever that situation is. Now, Dan Raphael went on, and what I learned about the purse bid before some of you were born is that they are often devised to ensure that the opponents show up. In this case, Davis, promoter makes a deal with his fighters ahead of the time. In this case, the DAZN with the A-side Haney, with Top Rank working with his broadcaster DAZN, which will cover Haney's long ago agreed to money. So Top Rank, backed by the DAZN, bids enough so the percentage the opponent, Davis in this case, gets is enough for him to accept. Haney gets his money based off the DAZN deal. Now it's up to Davis to say yes or no to what his piece of the bid is. And long before this bid happened, Top Rank and the DAZN have worked out their numbers with each other on what will be the pay-per-view event. I guarantee you that. Why no major promoter bid is because they're also with the DAZN, and the DAZN obviously back Top Rank. Whoever, and that's because there can't nobody else bid, even Zuffa. Everybody else on the DAZN, whoever told Davis to force the bid or made the decision on his own, it was just stupid. The kids never learn. #boxing. So they gave him 3, and then they said, you know what? Since ain't nobody else gonna bid but trolling ass T.O., you know, we gonna give you 900,000 less than you was about to get, nigga. Now, when I was on the horn yesterday, they was saying that they was willing to say I'm gonna tell y'all this is what y'all don't know. I don't know if somebody else reported it. I don't listen to these niggas, but I'm gonna just tell you what I heard from the horse's mouth. The guy that was on Coach Malachi's show today, he told me out his mouth. He called in. He told me out his fucking mouth that when they was trying to see what Keyshawn Davis wanted, they were willing to negotiate to give Keyshawn more money. And Keyshawn cut off communication. Bill was negotiating to give Keyshawn more chili. He was going to give Keyshawn more chili. Now, would it have been the $2 million that Keyshawn was looking for? No. Could Bill had to work this magic and gave Keyshawn some money on the back end? That wasn't specified. But what he said to me was that they was trying to negotiate and see what Keyshawn wanted and try to, close the gap on that. He was going to bat to get Keyshawn Davis more money. When his manager and promoter, I don't know what they was doing. We didn't get into that. But Bill was hustling up to get Keyshawn more money. He was like, we were trying to see what he want, but then he go on the internet crying and putting a minstrel show on, in my words, putting a minstrel show on, and he don't want to see what he didn't want to negotiate. Bill said, I was looking to get him some more money. He was like, that's why I hit him up in the DM. I was trying to get him some money. And then he go on the internet talking all this whole ass shit and all this bitch ass nigga shit. So guess what? They took that 3 off that table. Devin was regardless, Devin was gonna get his 10 plus his money regardless. Bill was trying to make it right for Keyshawn, and Keyshawn caught off. Keyshawn, and he went online, hoop line, and see y'all at the purse bid and shit like that. Keyshawn cut off communication with Bill, and Bill was trying to get him more money. So, do that sound like somebody that's gonna take a fight? See, that's something that I don't hear. I don't know if somebody else talking about. Nobody else talking about that. Bill tried to put some money in his spot. He got the hollering and screaming. So, all these indications would lead you to believe that he ain't going to take the fight. Everything that we done said, everything people done said behind the scenes, and he done told niggas in secrecy and all that, it seemed like he ain't going to take the fight. That seems to be the vibe, that he's not going to take the fight. Because if he going to Jay, I'm pretty sure Bill went to Jay Prince like, what's going on with your mans? $3 million a good payday. And maybe Jay Prince like, well, nigga, I told the nigga to take the payday and do this, that, and the third, but he don't want to listen to nobody. Woo, 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 So Bill probably tried to plug in with him, and ultimately, Shakur can be mad at Jay Prince for putting him in this position to protect Shakur Stevens. So he got 48 hours, from what I heard, to lock this fight down. And this fight don't happen, man. Boxing done, bro. Ain't nothing else to watch, man. You're gonna see all these old niggas start fighting each other, and they're gonna try to act like it's 2015, 16. It's too late. It's too late, bro. You're gonna see a lot of these old niggas gonna be trying to make a comeback. It's gonna be a geriatric boxing. It's too late, bro. It's too late. If you pull out of this, dog, I mean, ain't even nothing to be said. I wouldn't fight him. I wouldn't fight him myself. If I'm Devin, I'll never fight this nigga again. Don't tell me nothing about Shakur and Devin. I mean, Keyshawn. But then you got Bud going out there talking about, well, Shakur won't be scared to fight. No, man. I just don't really respect, motherfuckers lying, bro. I would rather you just not say nothing at all, bro, because that nigga straight up lied in that clip, man. That nigga ain't trying to fight the best. And when you got people with the clout of Terrence Crawford, when people who got the clout of Terrence Crawford and the credibility got out here and they lie to the fans like that, that's disgusting. Hold these niggas accountable, bro. You should be telling these niggas behind the scenes. You ain't got to say it on wax. Like, bro, go ahead and take that fight. But if you're going to stay out of it, I wouldn't say nothing. I'm like, I ain't really commenting on that. I'm going to stay the fuck up out of that. That's their business. Then stay out of it. But to sit here and be divisive and lie, straight up and down, Keyshawn looking like a mark if he don't take this fight. And I say this from my perspective, and and everything going against everything that I believe that I'm reading and the behind the scenes and I'm seeing, he ain't got no choice but to take the fight. I'm 100% sure he gonna take the fight. He ain't got no choice but to take the fight. He ain't got no choice but to take the fight. Because his money already funny. The highest he made is 1.5. I'm gonna guess that was with Jermaine Ortiz. Right? That was double his career high payday. He probably mad he wasn't getting no pay-per-view money. But it is what it is. You gotta crawl before you walk. You gotta smile before you talk. So it is what it is. It's part of the process. You win, they're gonna be beating down your door for paper, to do pay-per-views. But everybody feel like in this generation they deserve some shit that they ain't never earned. They feel like you should just give them something that they never earned. They just entitled to it without putting in no work. Devin Haney put the body of work in. So, he's entitled to this. He's earned it. He took short money. He went overseas. He did this. Can't get mad at it. When your turn comes, which your turn is coming prematurely. So you can strike while the iron ain't even it's warm. It ain't even hot yet. So when it get hot, man, you're gonna run up a bag. But this generation is the microwave generation. They want it now. They don't care if I ain't put the work in, I ain't got the credibility, I ain't got the experience. Just pull money out your ass and lose money on me. Come on, man. That's just what it boiled down to. But him fucking up that money with Top Rank and Edwin De Los Santos, all the money they lost in that event, you know what I'm saying? What he pulled in the locker room with Nair Albright, he can't afford. And also, it don't sound like Zuffa was too keen on working with him, and maybe that's because he signed a Top Rank and they couldn't sign him to a deal. So maybe that's why they. But unless he got a plan to get to Zuffa, respectfully, this is a bad deal. You already Top Rank already mad. They're extremely mad at this kid. They don't want to promote. They went from him getting rid of Shakur and moving on from Terrence. You know what I'm saying? They went on to make him the star. They went on it. They was gonna make him the face of Top Rank. They were gonna make him the face of Top Rank. And as soon as he did that, bro, that motherfucker was hurting for money, bro. The minute he did that, he was hurting for money. That's why he came back, came back praising God. Nigga was probably dead broke, bro. Jay Prince probably fronted him some money, sold his soul over. That $3 million he got was probably gonna be $500,000. That's before taxes and shit. We know the game, bro. We know the game. He signed his life away in a bad deal to Jay Prince, in my assumption. He making bad decision after bad decision. He do this, bro. He probably gonna be back working. He gonna be back in Norfolk, folk, working at the Boys and Girls Club. I don't know who giving him this bad advice, but he got bad advice. He got bad advice. So if he pull out, if he don't fight to this, bro, people already don't want to do business with Keyshawn no more. This can breathe life back into his career. He do this, dog, man. Anybody gonna work with him no more for real? He gonna find himself ostracized, and he gonna be claiming, "Oh, the black man, they doing this to the black." Nah, nigga, you did this to yourself. Bad business decision after bad business decision. You did it to yourself. So, can he afford to do it? No. But we know in this generation, they make a lot of impulsive decisions. They make a lot of impulsive decisions in this generation. That's we do know. That we do know. They make a lot of bad decisions just off the knee-jerk reaction. So, if he don't do that, I mean, it is what it is. He gonna try to lie and blame Devin Haney, or they lying to y'all, and that purse bid was fake. It was AI. The purse bid was AI. that 2 million they got, that was AI from Bill. I know the numbers and I know what's gonna happen, and it's just like, bro, the plan was never to fight. I told y'all that from the beginning. Now it's just to see how much of a pussy, if he a pussy of a raw. If he a pussy, he gonna pull out. So no, Devin Haney has an exclusive contract with DAZN. Has DAZN and DHP confirmed it, just asking for a friend at home. Bro, like what do you care? Like, the reason they on DAZN is because you wouldn't sign to fight him. The reason he on DAZN is because you wouldn't fight him. So why does Devin Haney have his deal with DAZN? Like, nigga, what y'all always worry about what Devin doing? How about telling your mans to get in that square circle with old buddy? These niggas, man, if he don't take this fight, bro, don't say nothing about them niggas to me no more, bro. I don't want to hear nothing about these dudes no more. Realistically, dog, I don't want to hear nothing about them. I mean, if y'all want to continue to talk about them, I don't hear nothing about them, dog. I don't hear nothing about them, dog. They sit there, they set Keyshawn Davis up. I don't hear nothing about it. I can't see him not taking his $2 million. Nigga broke. I can't see him not taking his $2 million, bro. Shout out to Mortal Films in the super chat. He said, he want 8 figures because he knows Haney about to knock him out. I mean, what's the dude from Fight Hype today? Ernesto, who signed with Dimitri Salita. Bad decision. Fuck Dimitri Salita. No, nobody like that motherfucker, man. I was telling niggas that shit years ago, man. Fuck Dimitri Salita. I can't stand that piece of shit. But what's his name? Tito Marcelo. He said he touched Keyshawn chin in some light sparring and he ain't like it. So I don't know. If Keyshawn don't take this fight, bro, don't tell me nothing about these niggas, man. All because Shakur didn't want to be a man and fight Devin Haney. He didn't want to be a man and fight O'Shaquie Foster. Like, bro, and people still defending this guy. Crawford, oh yeah, he the best. Man, the best these nuts. How about that? Nigga lying. And that's why, motherfucker, man, that's why you ain't got no real OGs in this shit no more. When Roy kept it real on Earl and Terrence, Earl fell out with him. Earl got an attitude with him. And I ain't talking, you can't, they can't take, and I get it. Social media is a different type of beast. I really do get it. Social media is a different type of beast. So when you say something, it holds a lot of weight. But then you say you get constructive criticism, and all of a sudden, I'm cutting you off, you blocked, or we beef, and man ain't supposed to operate like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man ain't supposed to operate like that. But you can't hold nobody accountable no more, bro. These niggas was raised by their mothers. They don't have no accountability. They don't know how to talk to real men. So everybody got to say, "Oh, Tank's the greatest, and Shakur's so great, and Keyshawn is so great, and they don't have to prove it, and that's why they feel like they ain't got to prove it, bro. They spoiled. They so throw the great thing around, And the most important thing of boxing is who you whoop. That's the most important thing about boxing, who you whoop. Who did you put hands, foot, toes, elbows, forearms, orbital bones on? Who did you whoop? Who did you whoop? And that's the one thing that they never, that's the thing that they diminish the most. The last thing these fans care about, the last thing these boxers care about, the most important thing is who you whoop. They don't care nothing about your resume. They call these niggas great. They hype these niggas up, and they don't feel like they got to do nothing. And now they giving away, titles like candy bars and all that type of stuff. It is what it is, bro.